Imagine waking up each day in a life where no one else's opinion can sway your decisions, where the fear of rejection no longer holds you back, and your inner peace remains steady no matter what challenges arise. Picture your mind as a calm river, flowing smoothly even when storms rage around you, untouched by external chaos. This is not just a dream. It is a state of freedom that is entirely within your reach. In today's video, we will uncover 7 powerful Buddhist lessons that guide you to reclaim your inner strength and focus on the person you have the most control over, yourself. You will learn how to stop giving away your power to the judgments, expectations, and opinions of others, and instead anchor your happiness and confidence deep within your own mind. These teachings are practical, life-changing, and designed to help you navigate the pressures of modern life with clarity and calm. By the end of this video, you will understand how to embrace solitude without fear, release the need for external validation, protect your peace, and focus on what truly matters in your life. You will discover actionable insights that transform the way you think, react, and live, helping you step into a life of freedom, self-mastery, and unshakable inner peace. This journey is about more than philosophy. It is about empowering yourself to live authentically, intentionally, and fully. Lesson 1. Stop letting others control your happiness. True happiness is not something that can be borrowed from someone else or earned through the approval of others. When we allow our emotions to be shaped by what people say, do, or think, we surrender control over our own lives. Imagine standing by a serene lake, sunlight reflecting gently on the water, a soft breeze brushing past. In that quiet moment, you smile, not because someone complimented you or recognized your achievements, but because you feel content simply being yourself. This is the kind of happiness that does not depend on external validation, fleeting praise, or approval from the world around you. It is steady, deep, and unshakable. Most people spend their lives chasing approval without realizing it. A kind word or a pat on the back may make you feel good for a moment, but soon after, the feeling fades, leaving you searching again. Happiness that relies on others is like chasing clouds across the sky. Beautiful for a while, yet always moving beyond your reach. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that peace comes from within, and only when we stop giving our power away to others can we truly experience freedom. By looking inward and cultivating our own sense of joy, we become less vulnerable to disappointment, criticism, or rejection. Life becomes calmer when your sense of self-worth is not dependent on external forces. In practical terms, this lesson asks you to pause and notice where you might be handing your happiness to others. Are you constantly seeking praise, approval, or reassurance? Are you letting someone else's moods dictate your own? By practicing self-reliance and gratitude for your present circumstances, you begin to anchor your joy internally. Simple daily practices, like reflecting on what you are grateful for, celebrating small personal victories, or even just enjoying your own company in silence, reinforce the understanding that happiness is yours to cultivate. When you truly internalize this principle, compliments become a bonus rather than a necessity. Criticism loses its sting, and your peace becomes steady like that quiet lake, untouched by passing storms. You reclaim the power to live freely, joyfully, and authentically, knowing that your happiness is yours alone and no one can take it away. Lesson 2. Embrace solitude as strength. Being alone is often seen as something to fear or avoid, but in reality, solitude is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. When you step away from the noise of the world, from the constant chatter of opinions and distractions, you create a space to truly understand yourself. Imagine sitting on a quiet cliff as the sun rises, the wind brushing softly against your skin, or walking through a still forest with only the sounds of leaves and birds around you. In these moments, you are free to connect with your inner thoughts, your feelings, and the deepest parts of your mind. Solitude is not emptiness. It is a canvas where you can discover who you are without the influence of anyone else. Many of us fear being alone because we mistake it for loneliness, but solitude and loneliness are not the same. Loneliness is the feeling of emptiness when you are disconnected from yourself or others, while solitude is a conscious choice to step into your own presence. When we embrace solitude, we give ourselves permission to recharge, reflect, and grow. Buddhist teachings encourage moments of quiet meditation, introspection, and mindful awareness, showing us that being alone allows the mind to settle and the heart to open. It is during these moments that clarity arises, emotional resilience strengthens, and our true power emerges. The more comfortable you become with your own company, the less you rely on external validation, and the more your decisions and happiness are rooted in your own sense of self. Solitude also provides the opportunity to observe your thoughts without judgment, to understand your desires, fears, and patterns. It is a time to practice self-compassion, to set intentions, and to cultivate inner strength that no external circumstance can shake. Think of solitude as a hidden sanctuary where you recharge your energy, align with your purpose, and strengthen your emotional armor. When you embrace being alone, you discover that the quiet moments are not empty. They are filled with insight, power, and peace. Over time, this practice transforms how you engage with the world, allowing you to act from a place of calm confidence rather than reaction or dependency. In essence, solitude is not a void to fear. It is the most powerful ally you can have on the journey to self-mastery and unshakable inner peace. Lesson 3. Release the need for approval. One of the heaviest burdens we carry in life is the constant desire to be accepted, praised, or validated by others. From a young age, we are conditioned to seek approval, whether from parents, teachers, friends, or colleagues. While it may seem harmless, this need slowly chips away at our self-confidence and peace of mind. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, not seeking someone else's judgment, but simply smiling at yourself, fully accepting who you are. That simple act carries more power than all the compliments or criticisms the world could ever offer. True confidence begins when you stop relying on external approval and start embracing your own worth. Seeking validation from others often leads to a cycle of stress and disappointment. Every comment, reaction, or judgment begins to shape your emotions, creating a life dictated by external forces rather than your own inner compass. The problem is not that people have opinions, it's that we allow those opinions to control our happiness. Buddhist teachings emphasize that self-acceptance is the foundation of inner peace. When you learn to acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses without judgment, you no longer need to look outward for affirmation. Happiness becomes a reflection of your own self-approval, not the fleeting praise of others. Releasing the need for approval is not an overnight transformation. It is a practice of mindfulness and reflection. Start by observing the moments when you feel the urge to seek validation. Notice how you react when someone disagrees, criticizes, or praises you. By becoming aware of these patterns, you begin to reclaim your emotional power. Each time you choose to trust yourself and your own judgment over someone else's opinion, you reinforce your confidence and weaken the control others have over your mind. It is in these small but intentional choices that your independence and resilience grow. This lesson also invites you to practice self-compassion. Approving of yourself does not mean arrogance or selfishness. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you might extend to a loved one. Smile at your reflection, celebrate your efforts, and acknowledge your growth. The more you nurture this inner validation, the less the noise of the outside world can disturb your peace. Over time, you will notice a profound shift. You will act from authenticity rather than fear, make decisions aligned with your values, and feel a deep sense of freedom in living your own truth. Ultimately, releasing the need for approval transforms your life. It breaks the chains of dependence on others' opinions and allows your inner strength to shine. Every moment you accept yourself, every choice you make based on your own values, chips away at the invisible weight of judgment. The only validation you truly need is your own. With that understanding, others' opinions lose their power over you, and you step into a life of authentic confidence, unshakable peace, and freedom to be exactly who you. Lesson 4. Let rejection guide, not define you. Rejection is one of life's most universal experiences, yet it is often met with pain, frustration, or self-doubt. We tend to see it as a judgment of our worth, a confirmation that we are not enough, or a signal that we have failed. But Buddhist wisdom teaches us to view rejection not as an ending, but as a form of guidance, a nudge from life steering us toward growth and new opportunities. Imagine autumn leaves gently falling from the trees, letting go without resistance, drifting naturally to the ground. In the same way, letting go of rejection allows you to release the weight of disappointment and see the hidden possibilities waiting for you. Every rejection you face is life redirecting you to something better, even if it's not immediately clear. When a door closes, it may feel like a personal failure, but often it simply prevents you from moving toward a path that is not meant for you. Instead of clinging to what was lost or feeling discouraged, use rejection as a mirror to reflect on your growth and priorities. What lessons can be learned? What adjustments can you make? By shifting your perspective from loss to insight, rejection transforms from a painful endpoint into a powerful catalyst for self-discovery. The key lies in embracing impermanence and non-attachment. Just as leaves fall naturally each season, life has its own rhythm of opening and closing doors. You cannot control every outcome, nor should you try. What you can control is your response, how gracefully you let go, how you adapt, and how you choose to move forward. Each time you release resistance, you gain clarity, resilience, and the ability to pursue what truly aligns with your purpose. Practical reflection helps make this wisdom real. The next time you face rejection, pause and breathe. Observe the emotions that arise without judgment, then ask yourself what this experience is pointing toward. Perhaps it is redirecting you to a new opportunity, a different path, or a better connection that is more suited to your growth. Over time, this practice rewires your relationship with setbacks, turning what once felt like obstacles into stepping stones toward greater fulfillment. Ultimately, letting rejection guide rather than define you is about reclaiming your power. You no longer measure your worth by what was denied, but by how you respond, adapt, and grow. Each closed door becomes a signal to turn inward, reflect, and trust that life is leading you exactly where you need to be. By embracing this perspective, you transform rejection into freedom, clarity, and the courage to continue moving forward with confidence and inner peace. Lesson 5. Stop comparing yourself to others. One of the quietest but most powerful sources of suffering in modern life comes from comparison. We scroll through social media feeds, glance at colleagues' achievements, or hear about friends' successes, and suddenly we feel inadequate, behind, or unworthy. It happens so subtly that we often do not even notice the tension it creates in our minds. But here lies a crucial truth. Comparison steals your energy, distracts you from your path, and blinds you to the beauty of your own journey. Imagine someone scrolling endlessly through curated snapshots of success, happiness, and wealth, only to put the phone down with a deep sense of relief, realizing that none of it defines them. That relief comes from reconnecting with the life that is truly yours, real, imperfect, and uniquely meaningful. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that comparison is a form of attachment, an unnecessary measure that leads to dissatisfaction. When we measure our lives against the highlight reels of others, we lose perspective. What we see online or hear about in passing is often a carefully constructed illusion, a fragment of someone's reality that hides struggles, failures, and insecurities. Yet, despite knowing this, the mind has a way of sneaking into judgment, envy, or self-doubt. It whispers that you are not enough, that your accomplishments are minor, and that your happiness is incomplete. The key is understanding that no one's journey is meant to mirror your own. Every life has its timing, challenges, and lessons. Your path is yours alone, and it is beautiful in its own unfolding. Letting go of comparison begins with awareness. Notice the moments when envy creeps in, when you measure yourself against another's standards or achievements. Instead of judging yourself, turn that energy inward. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? What progress have I made, however small? Reflection shifts the focus from others to your own growth, creating a space for self-acceptance and appreciation. Like a camera adjusting its lens, you begin to see your life in sharper clarity, highlighting what truly matters and letting the trivial fade into the background. Comparison also keeps us trapped in a cycle of scarcity thinking. We begin to believe there is only so much success, happiness, or recognition to go around. This mindset pushes us to chase what others have, rather than cultivating what we already possess. Buddhism teaches that true contentment and joy arise from embracing the present moment and appreciating what is uniquely ours. Your skills, your experiences, your dreams, they are not lesser or greater than anyone else's. They simply are yours. When you stop competing with others, you reclaim the freedom to pursue what resonates with your own heart, not what society, friends, or social media dictate. Practical reflection strengthens this shift. Each time you feel the pull of comparison, pause, breathe, and remind yourself, the life you see online is someone else's highlight reel. Their achievements do not diminish your progress. Their happiness does not erase your worth. By redirecting attention to your own journey, you free yourself from envy, judgment, and unnecessary suffering. You start to cultivate patience with yourself, celebrate small victories, and recognize that growth is not linear. Over time, you begin to notice a profound inner peace, the relief that comes from living authentically, fully, and without the weight of external standards. Your life, with all its imperfections, becomes a story worth experiencing and celebrating, entirely on your terms. By stopping the comparison, you break a chain that binds your mind to dissatisfaction and distraction. You reclaim your focus, your joy, and your energy. You learn that happiness is not found in outperforming others, but in embracing your own journey with gratitude and love. When you release the habit of measuring yourself against anyone else, you discover the freedom to live fully, to grow authentically, and to find peace in knowing that your life, in all its unique beauty, is enough. Lesson 6. Protect your peace. Say no when needed. In a world that constantly demands our attention, energy, and time, protecting your peace has become more important than ever. Many of us fall into the habit of saying yes to everyone and everything, believing that pleasing others is a measure of our worth or a reflection of our kindness. But the truth is, every time you say yes to something that drains you, you say no to your own calm, your own clarity, and your own growth. Imagine walking calmly away from a noisy street, stepping into the quiet of a forest, or simply sitting alone in your room with nothing to distract you. That choice to step back, to say no, is not selfish. It is a powerful act of self-respect, a conscious decision to honor your own energy. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect your mental and emotional space. They are not walls built to shut others out, but shields that allow you to engage fully without being depleted. When you overextend yourself to meet the expectations of others, you slowly erode your ability to think clearly, act intentionally, and experience peace. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes mindfulness and awareness, teaching that energy is finite and precious. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Just as a river maintains its flow by not overextending into dry lands, your energy remains abundant only when you protect it. Saying no, then, becomes a practice of maintaining balance, of nurturing your inner calm so you can give from a place of strength rather than depletion. The challenge lies in the social pressure to constantly accommodate, to never disappoint, or to always be available. Saying no can feel uncomfortable, even selfish at first, because society often frames it as rejection or defiance. But true wisdom lies in understanding that your well-being is not optional. Every time you honor your boundaries, you teach others, and more importantly yourself, that your peace matters. It is a quiet but profound assertion of self-worth. By stepping away from situations, people, or commitments that drain you, you create space to recharge, reflect, and return to life with clarity and intention. Practical application is key. Start by noticing moments where saying yes feels automatic or uncomfortable. Ask yourself, does this align with my priorities, values, or inner calm? If it does, proceed with intention. If it doesn't, give yourself permission to say no without guilt. This does not make you unkind, it makes you mindful. Helping others is noble, but only when your energy is not compromised. When you protect your peace, you can engage with generosity and compassion in a way that is sustainable, authentic, and grounded. Over time, this practice transforms your life. You become less reactive to chaos, less influenced by the demands and expectations of others, and more centered in your own mind. Your interactions shift from obligation to intention, from exhaustion to presence. By saying no when needed, you reclaim control over your energy, create clarity for your priorities, and experience a deeper sense of calm that others cannot disturb. Protecting your peace is not just a personal act. It is the foundation for living intentionally, loving fully, and moving through life with unwavering inner stability. Lesson 7. Focus on what you can control, yourself. Life often feels like a storm of unpredictable events, other people's opinions, and outcomes that seem beyond our reach. It is easy to spend countless hours worrying about what others are doing, how situations will unfold, or whether life will give us what we want. Yet, this constant struggle against the uncontrollable only leads to stress, frustration, and inner turbulence. Imagine sitting by a calm ocean, in the soft glow of the morning sun, waves gently lapping against the shore, your mind quiet, focused, and clear. This is the state of mind you cultivate when you stop trying to control everything outside yourself and turn your attention inward. True freedom begins when you realize that the only thing you can truly master is your own mind. The power of focusing on yourself lies in understanding the limits of control. You cannot force others to behave as you wish, dictate outcomes, or prevent life from presenting challenges. But what you can control is your response to these circumstances, your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Buddhist philosophy teaches that the mind is the ultimate instrument of freedom. When you master your own thoughts, you no longer react impulsively to fear, anger, or anxiety. Instead, you respond with clarity, calm, and intention. This mastery is not about suppressing emotions, but about cultivating awareness, choosing how to engage with life rather than being driven by external chaos. Many people waste immense energy trying to manipulate situations or people, hoping to create a perfect life that aligns with their expectations. Yet, life is inherently unpredictable. Clinging to control over external factors only magnifies suffering. When you shift focus inward, you reclaim your power. Every thought you nurture, every habit you develop, and every reaction you choose shapes your reality far more than anything beyond your control. By investing in self-mastery, you build resilience, emotional stability, and clarity that cannot be shaken by others' actions or unforeseen events. Practically, this means observing your mind with honesty and compassion. Notice when you are ruminating over things beyond your control, such as someone else's judgment, a failed plan, or an uncertain future, gently redirect your attention to what you can influence: your mindset, your behavior, your intentions, and your daily actions. Meditation, journaling, mindful breathing, and reflection are powerful tools to cultivate this awareness. Each step taken inward strengthens your ability to respond to life with calm intentionality rather than reactive chaos. Ultimately, focusing on yourself is the path to true freedom. By mastering your mind, you reclaim authority over your life. No circumstance, opinion, or external challenge can steal this power. The world will continue to be unpredictable, and people will continue to act independently, but your inner calm becomes a sanctuary no storm can disturb. You begin to act from a place of clarity, make decisions aligned with your values, and navigate life with confidence and poise. When you focus on what you can control, yourself, you unlock the freedom to live authentically, intentionally, and peacefully, and discover a sense of power that truly belongs to you alone. The world will always be noisy, unpredictable, and full of opinions that pull at your mind and emotions. There will be distractions, judgment, and moments when life seems determined to test your peace. Yet the true power lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering yourself. When you turn inward, when you nurture your mind, protect your energy, and set boundaries that honor your well-being, you begin to cultivate a calm that cannot be shaken. You discover that real freedom is not about changing others. It is about understanding, guiding, and commanding your own thoughts and reactions. Each lesson you've explored in this video, from letting go of comparison and rejection, to embracing solitude, saying no, and focusing on what you can control, is a step toward that inner sanctuary. When you practice these teachings, your calm becomes contagious. Your quiet strength inspires those around you without a word. By grounding yourself in self-acceptance and clarity, you show the world what it means to live authentically, intentionally, and fully. Peace is not a distant goal. It is something you cultivate with every mindful thought, every conscious action, and every choice to honor yourself. Focus on yourself, because that is where your true power begins. Protect your energy, nurture your growth, and reclaim your freedom. When you do, life no longer pulls you in every direction. Instead, you move through it with poise, confidence, and unshakable inner strength. Let this reflection guide you as you continue on your journey. Your calm can ripple outward, inspiring others to seek their own freedom, and your self-mastery becomes a quiet revolution in a world full of chaos.